Ta-da!
We're back.
We're back.
Although this time it's like so many times we said before, we're back. But this time we didn't really spend that much time away.
I think we're getting better.
We're getting better.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
No.
So I recently came back from Europe. I had a taste of freedom.
Yeah.
It was very, very nice.
So jealous.
I didn't miss Hong Kong, even a little bit.
No.
When I came back, I wasn't happy. And I think
Now I'm currently not happy.
currently I'm still not happy. And I think Hong Kong didn't miss me back either. So it's a mutual feeling. It's okay. I don't. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't leave me in this shithole by myself.
Literally, like, it would be a disaster if you move out before me or I move out before you.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
No. Only together. No.
Where are you going?
Jump into your suitcase.
Yeah. What do you mean? Jump into your suitcase that we're both using. We have to go together.
I'm lending her my suitcase for the trip.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I mean, I spend money on that shit. I might as well use it.
Oh my goodness. Might as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah.
It will be able to see many countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You travel, baby. Have fun. you do good. So we came back. I came back. You are not came back yet.
No.
Okay? You didn't leave yet.
I will come back.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I came back to Hong Kong and I went on Twitter, which is now not Twitter anymore. It's an
X. Don't even. This podcast is not long enough for us to complain about world social media bullshit. But
I came back and went there to check on the news about Hong Kong and what the fuck?
to check, are there any more stabbings?
Yeah.
I think no.
So recently, no more stabbings, but a huge cruelty towards animals.
Yeah.
What the
Really
hell?
bad, really
what
bad.
the hell? So one of the things recently, there was a wild boar that accidentally ended up in MTR station somewhere far, far away in one of the faraway stations.
It's one station away from where I live.
She lives in the end of the world.
Far away in China. Well, pretty much in
Pretty
China. Yeah, it's the station next to my station.
Yeah, so that station is far, far away.
Yeah, Fortan.
Yeah, so it's in new territories, and this little piggy ended up in MTR, I guess, like by accident, whatever happens, you know. And of course, there were some people going on escalator. They saw the pig, and the pig attacked them and bite two people. Understandable, because it's a wild animal in a stressful situation.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to attack people.
Yeah.
And what did the police do?
Euthanized it.
Yeah. They said they're going to catch it and like...
They said they're going to tranquilize it and then take it back to the mountain in Fortan, which is actually one station away from where I am, but whatever. No. But now this guy we follow on Twitter, Trip Ahead, he said tranquilize
means
euthanize,
Yeah.
basically. They just don't use the word euthanize because they don't want people to have an uproar. But I mean, most people in Hong Kong don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And the people who do care found out that tranquilize means euthanize. So that's not very nice. But my thing with this, and also the other animal-related stuff that's happened recently, is that how close were you getting to that pig for it to attack you?
I mean, they were quite close, but because that there's a video, maybe we will show it somewhere here.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Magic of editing. The lady was going up the escalator, the pig was going down the escalator. It was a connecting escalator. So she saw it and it immediately attacked her.
Okay,
and there were other people coming in and it attacked. So, I mean, I understand why the pig did that. It's a stressful situation. But they just...
Well,
it's not like, I don't know.
it's not like the pig had a premeditated plan.
No.
I'm going to go to the MTR station and I'm going to bite some random woman. It just somehow accidentally happened to wander away from its pack. I don't know what you call that for pigs. If anybody knows what a group of pigs is called, comment down below. It left its pack, whatever, and accidentally wound up in the MTR station, terrified. Yeah. They don't ever. Why would they do that?
Exactly. I mean, I understand if the people were like hiking and the pig attacked them. They're like, ooh, so scary.
But every
also,
pig
like,
we've encountered on a hike has been fine.
Yeah, no.
Well, we have a video. It's from like 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember when we were walking to Repulse Bay? Or was it back from Repulse Bay?
Oh,
Yeah. The other side of the road, there was a family of pigs, and actually at that point, the police stopped the cars to let the pigs cross the road. Do you remember?
It was a different time back then.
What the hell? And then now with the whole pig gate, Hong Kong police against pigs, which happened months and months ago, I guess that whole fight is resurfacing.
No, the things changed. Then I saw a recent news. A wild boar went for a cooling dip in a private pool in Tanner Gardens in North Point.
Yeah.
Tranquilized.
Close to you?
Tranquilized.
Yeah. Tranquilized.
Tranquilized.
Killed.
Removed.
Murdered.
Yeah.
It was just having a swim.
I mean...
It didn't even bite anybody.
Exactly.
He just accidentally... I bet it came down from that mountain that's visible from here.
I think
between
so.
here and North Point, a big mountain. You can hike it. I mean, no. You can hike it if you want.
Maybe in winter.
I bet it just came down from there on accident. And recently it's been blisteringly hot in Hong Kong, and the humidity seems to not really exist right now. It's quite a dry heat compared to what it was before you left even. So it must have been too hot. I just want to cool down. Just let it cool down, pick it up, take it back.
Exactly.
How
just
difficult.
just pick it up and take it back.
Yeah.
Why do you need to kill it? It's not like these animals have, as you said, like premeditative, like, I'm gonna go and kill all the people in the world.
It wasn't on the mountain thinking, I really fancy a swim in a fancy pool.
What the hell? What the hell? And then there's another crazy story. It happened even before I went to Europe. So people saw a whale somewhere in the waters in Hong Kong, which is not usual.
Is it Sai Kung? I think it was Sai Kung.
Somewhere there, yeah.
But a bit further out, not next to the coast.
Yeah, so people saw a whale. It was weird because usually we don't have them. We have some dolphins, some pink dolphins or something.
Well, we had more dolphins. The same thing happened with those dolphins that's happened with this whale.
Exactly. So, so everybody immediately freaked out, like, we gotta see a whale. And a lot of tourist boats went out to see the whale. Then, a few weeks later, there was another article about that whale.
The same whale.
The same whale. It was seen with scars on the back.
Yeah.
From the propellers of some boat.
Yeah.
So because so many people went out to see that poor animal, some boat injured the whale. Because I don't think the water is deep enough, right?
No.
Something's got to be not right.
No.
And when I came back after the trip, I saw a tweet about it. It's dead now.
Yeah, it was irrevocably damaged by the boat propellers. And I think I am past the point of anger because these things really annoy me and upset me as somebody who is very empathetic about animals. But in Hong Kong, there's been so many stories of animal cruelty, whether it's pets or just wild animals. No, but I'm just
let's remember all together the poor hamsters.
Oh yes, shit. But not even
forget about that.
Not
Did
just
we forget about
hamsters, cats and dogs. People were surrendering their pets to the government because of COVID. Like, this is not just a government problem. This is a stupid fucking people problem. There's a whale. Let's go on a boat to see it. Oh wow, we're right on top of it. Meanwhile, fucking blood is splattering up into the sky. I guarantee it was visible that they were hurting it. But they were just blissfully ignorant.
Yeah, why the, what is it called, like marine police or fisher department, like whatever, why didn't they protect it? Obviously, the whale is not native to the water of Hong Kong.
It should have been led back out, guided back out.
If it came here for some weird reason, you need to help it get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Must also be too hot and too shallow, like you said.
No, let's look at it as a attraction and damage it and kill it. Amazing. So rest in peace boars, rest in peace whales and hamsters. Back in the day.
Hopefully it's not the same as with the stabbings, where one thing happens and then many situations happen in the same genre.
Kind of happened already.
Yeah, why is it like this?
I told you before, it all comes together as a snowball.
Yeah.
One thing happens and then another similar thing happens and then another similar thing happens and then it's just like endless.
Nowhere else in the world does just so many of the same incidents
How many stabbings did we have?
in the
10,
same month?
15 in the same span of time, very close to each other. Now one boar killed, another boar killed, a whale died because of stupidity of people. I don't know, it's not okay.
It's really bad.
It's not okay.
By the time I go away and come back,
who knows?
August has just begun.
Yeah.
There could be way more. I mean, I pray that nothing else happens to these innocent animals.
Ridiculous.
I'm more annoyed about the animals than the stabbings.
Exactly. Because they didn't deserve that.
No, they didn't. I'm not saying those people deserve to get stabbed, but I don't know. Can't say.
Can't say. Seriously, can't say.
Shame.
So let's move to some more pleasant topic.
Yeah.
There was a comment from one of our followers, and this person said that, please could you do a podcast on integrating into Hong Kong society and culture? Think it would be really interesting for people like me that want to move there but not sure if they can handle the change. Especially interesting to talk about initial language barriers and how well do you know Chinese now, what some stuff that you've learned and implemented in your daily life and stuff that you still do that you did before in your home countries.
Okay. I feel like this is very, there's many layers to this question.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do one per episode.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will be hours and hours and hours long.
So what do you want to start with?
I don't know, what's the first thing?
The first thing is, I guess, how to handle the change in general. What was it anything shocking?
Well, this is good. Okay, if we do this time culture shock, then the next episode we can do reverse culture shock.
Yeah.
Because going back to Europe, we have reverse culture shock, but let's do culture shock first.
Yeah.
From coming here.
Because when I went back to Europe, I haven't been to European side of the world for the past 5 years maybe. Because before the COVID, I traveled to Thailand, South Korea, and then I was stuck here for 3 years of COVID.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Europe for a long time. And now that I went back, I was messaging Alice oh my God, this is so weird. Oh my God, this is so weird. I forgot that this is like that. This is like that. Oh my God. So I'm waiting for her to go back to UK, get your shock.
Make some notes.
And then we can make a reverse shock episode.
That episode will also say a lot about Hong Kong as well.
Exactly.
In talking about reverse culture shock. But culture shock from when we first came here, do you guys know how long we've been here? It's very difficult.
It's very difficult to remember. Yeah.
However, most shocking thing, the initial most shocking thing, I don't know whether it's, I think just a human thing. The first thing that you experience, your whole body, is the weather.
Yeah.
For me, that was the first thing. Because I have never been somewhere so humid, so wet.
Same.
With typhoons in the first month that I came here.
Same.
Yeah. And then also in winter, it's cold. Because
it's cold through your bones.
Yes. It's a very powerful, wet cold. A humid cold that can make you very, very sick.
Yeah.
And you don't have any heat in your apartment. And we both have these tiny, tiny heaters that heat maybe just
around
our feet.
Yes.
But then other larger heaters are way too expensive
and
not
take so much
worth
space.
it. Yeah, and we live
Where
in
would you
such...
store it for the rest of the year?
So,
where would you put it?
Weather and space.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest things.
Yeah, I would agree, definitely.
Yeah.
I moved here in end of August.
Yeah.
So when I stepped out of the plane, immediately felt the very wet air that I've never felt before in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like in Russia, especially in my region, maybe sometimes it can get up to 30 degrees Celsius, but it's a very dry heat.
Yeah.
And we don't have any AC or anything. Like we have some fans at home that we buy, and that's all you have. But you open the windows, you let the air in and out, and it's like it's fine,
Refreshing.
manageable. But when I came here, I was like, whoa, and my body keeps sweating up until this day. I didn't get used to it because I have generations and generations and generations of North people from the north that were training their body to produce heat, and I produce heat. I produce a lot of heat.
Yeah.
When I walk outside for 5 minutes, be sure my hair is wet and I'm dripping. My underboob sweat is dripping. I can't wear
Just wringing out.
I can't wear anything tight in summer because it will be like puddles over here.
Yeah.
Puddles over here.
In summer, I
My
think
body's a puddle. Like everywhere is a puddle.
I am the melting woman.
Disgusting.
This is our general topic of conversation in summer. It's so fucking hot. I don't want to go outside.
Nope.
Well, at work you have to, like you need to. But it's the one thing I think we talk the most about is complaining about the weather, no matter what season it is, because in our home countries we got very used to it, but also the weather was predictable.
And summer in our home countries are very short.
Oh, very short.
Yes.
Like a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
And then it's over again.
And then it's over.
The rest of the year, well, in UK, I mean, in Russia, it's freezing cold.
August is
And
already
then
cold. Come on. Yeah.
It's 13 degrees in Huddersfield. I'm gonna freeze.
13 degrees is like winter in Hong Kong.
Yes. Yes.
Ridiculous.
But 13 degrees here in Hong Kong with the wet cold, I feel like it's definitely worse. But oh goodness me, I got off the plane in July, which is a month prior to August. At the end of July, we sometimes have typhoons. We just had some typhoons before you left. That was July. And I got off the plane, out waiting for the bus to go to wherever, North Point or Quarry Bay. And I was choking on the air. I was like, it's thick like treacle. And also pollution. It smells so fresh in the UK. I can't imagine what it must be like when you just landed in Germany and Budapest. And
when it's raining, it's like
and it has that clean rain sort of so good. The smell of nature. And in Hong Kong, no.
Here, no, forget about it.
It smells like trash.
Also, also when I moved, a day before was typhoon, and then a few days later was a typhoon. And everything closed down. And I saw those like X's on the windows. I was
Which
like,
is
what
freaky
the
as
hell?
somebody who just came.
I was like, what the hell is going on? Should I be afraid? Me and my friend, we walked out. We were like, barely anything.
Just a bit of wind.
Just a bit of wind, some light rain. Like, why is everybody freaking out? Because all the shops, they had the sandbags to protect the entrance. And I was like, excuse
they are
me.
very dramatic every typhoon, yet we've not lived here to see something really bad.
Only one. I had one typhoon where
me too. The trees down here like fell over. I think that was when I just arrived.
That was
so it was a
one.
year after you've been here already.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And the street around there where I lived was flooded and cars were moving down the street. That was crazy. But since then, no, nothing.
No, not really. Even when they say it's Typhoon 8, it's like, they're raining.
Just don't hike like an idiot.
Don't be next to the water, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, people here just so dramatic, like putting that tape on the windows and everything.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a
Taxis
culture
double
shock.
the price.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What else? Space. Yeah. When I moved here, of course I did my research and I knew that it's going to be super tiny, but then for 3 months I was living in a hostel in Chungking Mansions, and that was tiny. Your definition of tiny, you don't know what's
Didn't you
tiny
say you
is.
could like almost
Yeah. That was just literally a bed and that's it.
And on top of you and somebody else on top of each other.
That's all. And you know, the shower on top of the toilet, disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. You know, when you go to Europe and you're walking on the street and there's barely any people on the street, even in a touristy area, and the street is this wide, and you're just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I don't think we did our research before coming here about how claustrophobic Hong Kong is. Well, I didn't anyway.
I mean, I did do a research, but then when you're reading on paper, it still doesn't really connect to your brain that it's going to be that claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that the apartment is going to be small and expensive.
I knew that.
But I didn't think about, like, walking on the street that people with umbrellas will literally scratch your face and your eyes will be in danger. Like, I didn't think about that.
I've never had an experience in the UK, possibly maybe on the London Underground, but sardines everywhere. Bus, MTR, tram, no matter what time of day, and I'm like, what are all these people doing here? Why are they not in work right now?
Right.
I mean, I'm part of the problem, I guess, because I'm like also not in work. I'm studying, so I'm going out in the middle of the day, like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., something like that. And I'm just perplexed. Why? So many people. There's no seat. Everybody's like, where do you come from? Leave me alone. This is my MTR. But everywhere is busy all the time. And that's why in our last episode we were talking about safety. That's why I simultaneously feel safe and unsafe. Unsafe because personal space is being invaded.
Yeah.
But safe because I can go home at any time and there's going to be 10, 15 people always.
Yeah.
Within,
Yeah.
my radius.
Definitely a personal space is a thing that doesn't exist. Sometimes on the public transport, people are standing so close to you and I'm like, bitch, there is space. Move away from me.
Well, because people don't look up.
They're rubbing against you and I'm like,
They don't look up from the phone to see the space.
another thing, people here are just glued to their phone. They're obsessed.
Yeah.
They're walking with it. They're not just on MTR looking at it.
No.
They're walking looking at it.
In the street. They're crossing the road without looking up from the phone the entire time because we have the beep, 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 beep. You don't even need to see. I mean, you should, but you don't really need to.
No.
And it's just, but why is it that when they walk into you, they look at you like it's your problem? I'm not looking at my phone walking across the street, excuse you.
And a lot of the time, some people that are not looking at their phone, they're walking like this.
Oh yeah, people are just not looking straight forward.
How can you walk forward and look backwards or to the side? And then I am walking and looking and I see you and I'm like, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Is it because...
Are you stupid?
But you would think, right? They live... I mean, they, us, everyone. We all live in such tiny apartments. Shouldn't you be more aware of your personal space? But I've never in my life, in any other country, bumped into people this much.
People here are just like brainlessly living.
Yeah.
They don't even realize the things around them.
No.
The time around them.
But also, they don't care.
They don't,
But then some people do. Some people do care, and then they make it as if it's your fault. So you feel every day is like you need to put on your fucking armor and get ready to have some kind of violent interaction.
But let me tell you also, when I was in Europe, my nose was freaking fine. And now I'm back to Hong Kong and my nose is stuck. I need my spray.
Oh no!
I can't breathe like that.
I think
So
for
dramatic.
me, the weather here, the heat, I'm okay with it because I have very bad circulation. So with the heat, I'm fine. But I constantly have a sore throat. Maybe it's another kind of respiratory issue.
Yeah.
I constantly have a sore throat because the air oscillates daily between humid, dry, humid, dry, humid, dry, super humid. Then the next day, zero humidity. Or not zero, but it can go from like 90 humidity to 60 in the space of a day. And I'm wondering, how is my body supposed to adapt to these changes in weather? Whereas in the UK, it'll be rainy for a week. Okay, it's rainy for a week. Then we'll have a couple of days of sunshine. Then rainy again. I'm not constantly trying to adapt my physiology to match the atmosphere.
But also like at home, AC, dry,
and that's drying
outside,
out.
wet.
Yeah.
It's like this all the time. And also, okay, once again, I was in Europe and they don't have AC.
I was having a hot girl summer.
And they don't have AC, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, some shops, they do have a little bit of like air conditioning or whatever. Like my room in the hotel had air conditioning. It's never like this cold.
No.
When you go into the shopping mall in Hong Kong, freezer.
Yes.
It's a freezer.
Yes.
Like I'm purple. My nails are purple. Like not like this purple, but like naturally they become purple. My lips become purple.
Yeah,
I'm
my feet
freezing.
People sometimes, I must think, people must watch us and be like, why is Alice always wearing, I always wear long sleeves. Yeah. But because I'm freezing cold on the MTR. I have to take the MTR back home later. If I did not wear a long sleeve shirt or a jacket or bring some other layer in my bag, by the time I get back, pneumonia.
Yep. Yep.
Why? Luckily, the restaurant we just went to was ventilated quite well.
It was quite nice.
It was good, it was nice. But most of the restaurants here, definitely the local ones, it is like being in a fucking fridge.
No, remember there was one time we went to the movie theater? And we forgot to bring any warm
That was
clothes.
last summer. We were wearing dresses, both of us.
We were just wearing our summer clothes. We were just like,
Yeah.
We were sitting like this the whole movie.
Yeah, we were freezing.
Like, I don't remember the movie.
No, I
was just fighting for my life. I was like, oh my God, I'm freezing.
I remember it was funny in parts, but I was mostly just thinking about when it's going to end because I want to leave, but also I don't want to leave because I paid money. Because also the movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't good enough to distract me from being cold. I don't know. But I think maybe cinemas have recently taken it into account because I saw the Barbie movie and I forgot to bring a jumper, a jacket, whatever. And I was wearing short, strappy top. I don't know how you would call it, a sleeveless top. And I was fine. I wasn't cold at all. I feel like they've taken it into account.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or it could have just been the fact that the Barbie movie was full. Ooh. And the body heat from all of the people who sat there like this. And I'm like, guys, this is the feminist film of the century. Please.
I might go maybe tomorrow or like a day after by myself.
I'll see it again. Do you want to see it next week?
Yeah.
I'll see it again. I'll see it again.
Okay.
I loved it. It was really good. I don't know when, but I'll see it again.
I basically don't have any more friends but Alice. So.
You
don't have a choice. I either go by myself because I already went to Europe by myself. Like I don't care anymore.
No,
like,
you can't see the Barbie movie by yourself. It's like a girls'
I'll pay for
solidarity
your tickets,
thing. All right. Well, my ticket's like half price because I'm a student.
Oh fuck!
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll buy us a drink.
Yeah. No, it's really I'll see it again.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Well, this podcast is not about the Barbie movie. But
it's all connected. It's all connected. So yeah, we discussed when you just moved to Hong Kong, the weather might be a shock to you. Space. Yeah. Maybe the prices. I mean, things are quite expensive. Well, for me,
it's cheap.
Things were quite expensive for me because when I moved here, I had my Russian money converted into Hong Kong dollars. It was like disappeared.
Yeah.
It was converted into nothingness.
Yeah.
And then it took me like a few months to start actually earning and saving.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a struggle for me. If you're coming from a country like, Russia or any other country that is not a high earning country, then it might be a little bit of a struggle to start a better life, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah, for me, when I came here, I was like, everything's so cheap. McDonald's is so cheap.
McDonald's though, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you earn money in Hong Kong dollars and you go to McDonald's, it's like so cheap. When you go to McDonald's in Russia,
Also,
well, we don't have it anymore.
Hong Kong McDonald's is amazing. It's amazing. They're constantly changing the menu. Every couple of weeks, there's new menu items.
Yeah.
Right now, all-day pancakes, McCafe.
Right now, they're doing some weird shit with the chicken nuggets. They have different
it's
sauces.
anniversary.
Yeah, I tried a new sauce. It was like a cheese nacho.
Nacho cheese. Is it good?
It was fine. It was fine. It was very chemical, but it was fine.
I told Felix, please get the chicken nuggets so I can try that sauce with the fries.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He wasn't in the mood.
It was a very chemical cheese, but
I don't care. I kind of want. I like.
Yeah.
It's like when we all the shake flavors. They're very chemically.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's great. I love it. More, please. No, yeah. McDonald's cheap, and for me from the UK, but now the UK is also very expensive.
Yeah, Europe now is.
And also
crazy.
Hong Kong prices have gone up.
Also true.
I don't know. I don't know. I should have maybe taken more photos of stuff back then when I first came here, but. Yeah, Hong Kong is also becoming just as expensive as anywhere else. I think the whole world is... We're fucked. That's why nobody cares about aliens existing. Have you seen all those memes?
I've seen all the memes. I missed the news. I need to
You were on holiday.
Yeah, I was on holiday. I was like, I don't care.
I was in a castle.
Yeah, I was in a castle.
Literally.
But I saw a lot of memes because like I live on the internet, right?
Yeah.
So I see a lot of reels every single day. We don't have TikTok in Hong Kong.
No.
I could have had TikTok when I was in Europe.
You could.
Yeah. But I was
shame.
still watching like reels on Instagram and I was like, everybody's talking about aliens. Like, where the fuck is aliens?
There's some American stuff. I feel like the rest of the world is like, oh, it's Miss America, just leave them.
Even Americans didn't care.
I know, well, yeah, but even Americans are like, well, we can't afford to buy eggs, so... But the same shit's kind of happening here now as well. Everything's getting really expensive.
No, yeah, I went to supermarket, I bought some groceries, but like none of it is... Substantial or like long...
Let me guess, $200?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
I bought nothing.
Yeah.
And I spent like 300. Like, what's that?
Yeah. To feed my cats for like a week is 200. To feed my cats. Then to feed myself, 400. Yeah, for a week of groceries. And I'm not even full on that. I still go out to eat 3 times a week.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
But that's not part of the culture shock. That's now shock. That's 2023. The world is fucked shock.
Yeah. What else? I mean, when you start working in a local company, not international company, you might experience some culture shock because things are done differently here. If it's a very local company, then the boss is the god.
Yeah.
And everybody just shoe shine, lick the feet.
Yeah.
And bows down like
you don't have any. You don't have rights.
No. The boss can talk to you anyhow. I mean, we didn't experience that to that extent. But, for example, the Chinese boss will speak to Chinese teachers calling them idiots.
Yeah.
Not even metaphorically, just like straight idiots.
Yeah.
And everybody's just eating that shit like, oh, yeah, we are
You're
idiots.
an idiot, stay 2 hours late with no extra pay. And they're like, okay, yes. Yeah, that's really fucked.
We were also used and abused by the companies.
Oh, yeah, because on Friday they'd be like, oh, you need to come in tomorrow, by the way. And we're, okay, tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay.
Could have you told us a week before?
Yeah, and if you kick up a fuss, then it's kind of like,
cheese and crema.
Yeah.
Like, I literally got fired from my previous job because I made a comment about the meeting being held in Chinese, even though half of the people attending the meeting were English teachers, but all of them understood Chinese. And I was one of the few, maybe 2-3 people in the whole school, they didn't speak Chinese, but we were just supposed to sit there and eat that shit. And I was like, well, I don't really understand what people are talking about. Immediately fired.
That was so unfair.
Well, immediately
but
fired.
again, now I don't work in a Hong Kong company. I'm just in the uni, and things are still the same. I really thought it was going to be different, but I mean, this is like a culture shock, but this is a workplace shock.
Yeah.
It's very specific. And also I think that we've had many experiences of different workplaces that we should do an updated version of that.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
talk specifically about the job. Also, the amount of comments I'm getting in my Instagram, like private DMs, can you help me find a job in Hong Kong? First of all, no. No, I will not find a job for you in Hong Kong. But second of all, we should make an episode about working in Hong Kong, covering all the bases. Where can you find a job? A guide, how to find it, where to look, what to think about. So you don't ask me ever again.
So you just link to the video. No more questions.
No more questions.
Watch the video. If we didn't answer it in that video, we cannot answer it right now because we don't have the answer.
I mean, we are not working in finance.
No.
We are not working in any other sphere. We are working in education.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a limited knowledge that we have because it's different.
Yeah.
But whatever we can do, whatever we can be helpful with, we'll do it.
The point is not that we don't want to help. It's that sometimes we can. So it's easier to just not reply. What do you want me to do? I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
No, one person actually asked me like, how can I find a job in Hong Kong illegally? And I'm like, how the fuck do I know? Why would I even help you
Also,
to
I
do
don't
that?
want to be wrapped up in this illegal.
Stay away.
No.
Stay away.
No.
No, thank you. Like,
I don't have permanent residency yet. Wait until I get that first.
but also, like, seriously,
Oh my
come
goodness. Yes, there's many more culture shocks, but it's just very difficult to put it all into one video.
Yeah.
Because some of them relate to other things we've talked about, so it's easy to segue into it. But for now it's summer, definitely, weather.
Yeah.
And
Weather,
space always.
I mean, another weird thing, we already discussed that people here are obsessed with their phones. So sometimes when you go to a restaurant and you see like couples or families sitting and eating, all of them glued.
Yeah.
Babies glued to the phone.
Yeah.
The whole family is just on the phone.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking to each other.
Every person is an iPad kid.
Yeah.
That whole iPad kid meme.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody's just like
that's really
staring
weird.
at their phones, and it's not okay.
No.
I mean, from time to time, you just need to talk to your family. I mean, I was on the plane from Istanbul to Hong Kong, and in front of me was a Hong Kong family. Dad was sitting here, and then mom was here, and 2 kids are here. And then the mom was asking the dad for something, and she was like tapping him on the shoulder, and he was watching a movie.
He didn't.
And he was like, huh? And he told her something like, well, I don't understand everything they say in Cantonese, but he was just like, oh, leave me alone, I'm watching.
What the hell? Answer your wife.
She was like,
oh. What the fuck?
So rude. Like, she's asking you for something. Like, wow.
Yeah, I feel like that's very Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, I don't know. I just don't see a lot of like loving, giving relationships between people in Hong Kong in general. Whether it's a family or a couple, it's just like very
I also
distant.
lived with Hong Kong parents.
Yeah.
And they're very not. They don't really show love with these kinds of like. They don't really show love.
Yeah.
In
general.
Full stop.
Full
period.
Stop.
I don't know whether anybody else has a different experience. Maybe that's the age. That's the what do you call it? The generation. It's a generational thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just like
It's either no love or full on making out on the MTR, making me want to throw up.
those young couples.
Oh God. Oh.
But because also they don't have enough money to live together.
I know. I do feel sorry for them. Though.
Yeah, so they usually live separately with their families.
But they rent hotels sometimes to like.
True, but we are not Japan, so we don't have a lot of love hotels
we
of a
don't.
nice quality.
No,
A lot
yeah.
of them are like very dodgy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel bad for those young
do,
kids. They're just
yeah.
like all over each other in
Also,
MTR.
not
Like,
the
"Ooh."
MTR. Come on.
I know.
Like, just go into like a
Have
public,
some standard.
go into a disabled toilet somewhere. There's plenty of public toilets. That's one good thing about Hong Kong. We have plenty of bins and plenty of public toilets. I'm not saying they're clean and they smell good, but you can certainly do things if you want to.
Tip number 1, Hong Kong 101. Have sex in a public toilet.
Let me show you a really good one.
There is a list.
I think we need to end.
Oh my god. So guys, please send us comments below asking for other topics you want to know about Hong Kong.
And with the culture shock, don't worry, because the reverse culture shock will inevitably bring out more culture shock
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't even think right now about culture shock. It's been so many years. And I'm not like you. I haven't just come back from Europe.
Yeah.
I don't remember what normal life is like.
So that's why I'm holding on
please,
to all the
please.
things I want to say because I've been to Europe.
Gonna make it your whole personality now.
Yes,
I
you know
just
those
got back
annoying
from
people.
Europe. Says the European girl. What do you mean?
No, even like when Americans go to Europe.
Oh yeah,
I went to
Europe. They're American though.
Well, I am from Eurasia.
That's true.
Yeah, Russia.
And you've been here a long time.
Yeah, also-
So I just went to Europe.
So that's why I'm waiting for her to go on her trip, get her culture shock, and then we will record another episode talking about how life is different.
Okay.
Because we've been here for too long and
Yeah.
everything seems like, it's fine, it's normal, I'm used to it.
Yeah, it's weird.
But when you go back, it's
You're
like,
why did we stand for this?
oh my god, life is so much better.
Yeah. Shit.
Like seriously, I'm sorry. I came back to Hong Kong realizing that I didn't miss Hong Kong. Things are better outside of Hong Kong.
The grass is greener on the other
The
side.
grass is truly greener. I don't vibe with people in Hong Kong. I was in airplane, I was pissed off by them. I was surrounded by them. I was like, you know, I was lining up to get my ticket and behind me was a person chewing loudly. And I was like,
Oh yeah, that's
an Asian person. I turn around. That's an Asian person and he speaks Cantonese.
because here it's not a bad, like it's not seen as a socially unacceptable thing to do. Yeah.
I just hate people chewing loudly. Hate it. So,
Hold tight, we'll cover it eventually.
Yes. So stay tuned for the part 2. Whee!